Welcome. Here's your Go Math lesson for today. This is Go Math lesson 20.1. We are focusing on saving and spending. How are saving and spending different? So when you save money, it's accumulating. You're making more money. The sum will be more. And if you're spending money, then your savings will be less because you're using that money. Okay? So find the total value of each group of coins. So let's look. The first one, there are 2 quarters, which are what? 50 cents. Very good. And plus a dime is?
60.
Plus another dime is?
70.
Plus a nickel is?
75.
Plus a penny is?
76.
Another?
77.
Another?
78.
Another?
79.
So we write the total value as $0, decimal, 79 cents. You always write a decimal between the dollars, even if it is 0, and the cents to show that this is the cents and this is the dollars, to separate them. And you need a dollar sign. All right, here we have 3 quarters. How much are 3 quarters worth?
75.
Good, 75 cents. And plus a nickel is
86.
80. Plus another nickel?
85.
Plus another nickel?
90.
Plus a penny?
91.
Plus another penny?
92.
Very good. What's the total value?
92.
92 cents. So dollar sign, 0, decimal, 92 cents. Suppose you give 1 dime each Friday. Suppose you get 1 dime each Friday. You can save the dime each week. In 4 weeks, you will have 40 what? 40 cents. Don't forget that cent sign. It's a C with a line through it. You can spend the dime each week to buy things. So, looks like they spent all the dimes. In 4 weeks, you will have how much? 0 cents. You spent it all. Wah, wah. Okay, 0 cents. Use the coins to answer the question. Nick gets 1 dime each week for 6 weeks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to underline. He gets 1 dime each week. I'm going to box each for 6 weeks. He saves 4 dimes and spends 2 dimes. So he saves 4. I'm going to circle the ones he saves. This is going to be my imaginary piggy bank. He saves 4 dimes and he spends 2. And put an X on 2 because those are gone. He saves, underline that, 4 dimes and underline spends 2. Underline the question. How much money does he have now? How much money did he save? 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. So you're going to dollar sign, 0, decimal, 40. Cindy gets 1 dime each week for 7 weeks. Man, why did they draw the pictures for you? It makes it too easy. So she gets 1 dime for 7 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to circle 1 dime. I'm going to box each. And I'm going to circle 7. She saves 3 dimes and spends 4 dimes. So let's circle them out. She saves 3 and she spends 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you check your work with this. You show me, you circle, and you X. How much money does she have now? How much?
30 cents.
Good. She saved 30 cents. Pretty easy schmeezy lemon squeezy, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Use the coins to answer the question. Kim gets 1 quarter each week for 4 weeks. She gets 1 quarter each week for 4 weeks. She saves 3 quarters and spends 1 quarter. How much money does she have now? Underline save, circle 3 quarters. Underline spend, circle 1 quarter. How much money does she have now? 75 cents. 0, decimal, 75. multi-step. You're going to draw the coins here. Theo gets 1 dime and 1 nickel each week for 4 weeks. So what you do here is you do 1 week. You're going to draw a little chart like this. W stands for week. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, and then 4 weeks. He gets 1 dime and 1 nickel each, box that, week for 4 weeks. So he gets 1 dime and 1 nickel. So how much is a dime worth?
10 cents.
And how much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. So I'm going to draw 10 cents and a 5 cent in each week. It's important to draw this chart. You're probably like, man, this is too easy for me to draw a chart. But I promise they're going to start making it more confusing. It's important that you develop these good habits so when it does get harder, it's still easy to you because you know how to do the strategies to break the information apart. All right. So again, he gets 10 cents and 5 cents, which is 1 dime and 1 nickel each week. He spends 15 cents and he saves the rest. How much money does he have now? When you spend money, are you adding or subtracting?
Subtracting.
Box spend and circle 15 cents. Underline how much money does he have now. So before we do anything, what's the very first thing we're going to do? What are we going to subtract? There's something you're going to do before that. No? You have to add how much money he has. He's been saving all this money for 4 weeks. Well, how much money does he have now? We have to add it first, and then we can take away 15 cents. So we're going to add 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 5 plus 5 is 10. That's 50, and this is 60. So he has 60 cents, and he spends 15. He takes out 15. How much money does he have now? $0.45. There was another way to do this, which I think is what you guys were thinking of. To just X out 15 cents. So just X out the money he made in 1 week. Well, how much money does he have left? 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. You could have done it that way too. So when you draw out this chart, I promise it gets so much easier for you to do the math of how much he saved, how much he spent. All right, Kendra gets 4 nickels each week for 3 weeks. She saves half of this money and spends the rest. How much money does she spend? I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try to solve this one on your own, and then we'll come back and see what you did. Pause the video now. All right, Kendra gets 4 nickels. Now that you've tried it on your own, let's do it together. First thing I do is read the problem, obviously. Kendra gets 4 nickels each week for 3 weeks. I'm going to stop there. It's a lot of information. She gets 4 nickels each, always box each. She gets 4 nickels each, or I'm going to underline nickels. She gets 4 nickels each week for 3 weeks. She saves half. She saves half of it, of this money, and she spends the rest. How much money did she spend? First, I'm going to draw out how many weeks. How many weeks? 3 weeks. Week 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. How much is she? Oh, sorry. How much does she save each week? 4 nickels each week. So that's 4 nickels is how many cents?
25.
I'm just gonna draw 4 nickels. 5, and that's another 5, and that's another 5. And that's another 5, right? That's 4 nickels. Week 1. Week 2, here's another 4 nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Week 3, here's another nickels. Here's another 4 nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4. how much money does she have altogether is what we're going to do next. Well, how much money has she saved? And then I'll see half. Okay, first let me see how much money she saved. Let me count. She saved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. She saved 60 cents. She has 60 cents in her piggy bank now. She saved a good amount. Okay. Now she saves half of this and she spends the other half. So what's half of 60? What plus what is 60?
30.
30. 30 plus 30 is 60. So 60 and a half is 30. So how much money does she spend? 30 cents. So the way you write that is $0. Oops. $0 decimal 30 cents. Obviously, when there's a dollar sign, you do not write a cent sign. Okay? Was that too bad? No. How many of you guys knew to draw the graph and you knew to write 4 times in each part, but then you weren't sure what to do next? Okay, good. Always remember the thing to do next is count how much money do they have. Don't you, when you save in your piggy bank for a while, aren't you guys curious to one day go back and count how much money you've saved? Yeah? How many of you guys do that sometimes? How many of you guys have a piggy bank at home? It doesn't have to look like a pig, but if you have something to save your money in, raise your hand. Anything. It could be a jar, it could be a plastic bag, it could be anything. Anywhere. Good. So everybody saves money. Good job. That's very smart. Always save money for a rainy day. You don't know what's going to happen and when you're going to need it. Okay. So you save the money, let's say for a year. Let's say less. Maybe people are even like super curious all the time. Let's say 2 months, 3 months, whatever amount of time. You always go back and you count how much you have saved. You want to know how much money you have, don't you? Maybe not share it with everyone, but maybe just keep that a note to yourself. So then you know how much money you can spend, then you know how to manage it. If you don't know how much money you have in your little account or your little piggy bank, then you don't know how to manage it. Miss Yusuf, what do you mean by managing it? I mean, you're not going to know how much you can spend and how much you can save and you have to know. So for example, you're at the grocery store, you see a chocolate bar. Oh, I want the Snickers bar. Mom, can I buy it? Guess what? Sometimes mom doesn't always say yes. Sometimes mom wants to teach you a lesson. Maybe sometimes she says yes. But maybe she wants to teach you a lesson one day about the value of money. So maybe she says, no, so-and-so, no, Johnny, you cannot have this Snickers bar today. If you want it, then use money from your own piggy bank or from your own account. Well, hold on. I don't know how much I have in my account. Can I afford this? If I buy this chocolate bar, am I going to have 0 cents left? Am I going to waste all my money on this chocolate bar? Or can I buy this chocolate bar and still have a good amount left over? Would it be a smart choice to buy this chocolate bar, or would it not be a smart choice? You have to know how much money you have so you can make that decision. If you don't know how much money you have, you can't make that decision because you have no idea. You haven't counted your piggy bank in like 4 years. Okay? So maybe tonight you guys can go back and, like a life lesson, there you go, and count how much money you have in your piggy bank. How much have you saved? So you can manage it properly. I know in the 2nd grade sometimes your parents just buy everything. I don't blame them. I kind of do the same. But it's a lesson for when you get older so you know how to manage your money. Okay? All right. So what you're going to do next is I want you to complete page 706 through 708 on your own. I do want you to try to do number 6 on your own real quickly, and then we're going to go over it, okay? So I don't think, the only reason I'm doing that, usually I let you do it on your own, but the only reason I'm doing that is because I can see a lot of people in the class are still kind of confused. So I imagine my onliners probably are too. So I'll let you do number 6 on your own. Pause the video now. Let's read this together. Larry earns 50 cents each week. He wants to buy a book that costs 75 cents. After 2 weeks, so how many weeks went by? 2. So my little chart is going to say week 1 and week 2. So 1 week and then 2 weeks. Okay, it's going to look like that. How much does he save each week?
50 cents.
He saves 50 cents each week. So I'm going to write 50 cents here. And he saved 50 cents there. 50 cents plus 50 cents equals what? 100, which is the same as $1. So he saves $1 in 2 weeks. He buys a book that's 75 cents. He buys the book and saves the rest. How much does he save? So now he goes to the store and he rings up the book, and the clerk says, "Okay, so you owe me 75 cents." He says, "I have $1." So he gives him how much money back?
25.
Good. He gives him 25 cents back. He saves 25 cents. So you can do 100, take away 75 to get that answer. Or you can just think about it. $1 is 4 quarters, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say these are quarters. $1 is 4 quarters. 75 cents is 3 quarters. Put an X on 3. Well, how many quarters does he have left? 1 quarter. And 1 quarter is 25 cents. And if you subtract it this way, you also will get 25. Watch. 0, 9, 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 7 is 2. And 0. You also get 25 cents. Yes, ma'am.
That's a 0.
No, I know it looks like it, but it's actually not. It's a 9.
No, not that. No, like 0, that's a 0. You can't do that.
Oh, like bring the 0 down? Yeah, you don't have to. Alright, so it's 25 cents. Either way, it's 25 cents. Wendy earned 90 cents. Explain why she might save her money instead of spending it. So tell me, why would you want to save your money instead of spending it? I kind of just told you, but there's a lot of good reasons. Do not share your ideas with others. I promise they will take it and not think. So I know you have brilliant ideas. Write them down. This one is free. Free answer. If you write anything down that makes sense, it's right. Tell me, why would you, forget about Wendy, why would you want to save money rather than spend it? Write that down for number 7. Okay? And then you're going to go ahead and complete up to page 708 on your own. When you are done, turn this in to me. Have fun learning math. I will see you later. Bye.